I want to talk about my 3 S's for wellness. I think these are probably 3 of the things that are most impactful, often most overlooked, and often most easy to do. And for me, they are the key. They are the key to keeping me fit, well, healthy, and a little bit closer to my brilliance. And so I wanted to share this in hope that it will help. I think the first S is space. And you'll have heard me talk about this before. I'm a massive fan of space for so many reasons. When we create space, we create time. And we all know we're time poor. When we create space to be, it takes us away from the doing. And I think the space to just be and be still and quiet in a world that is so busy and noisy gives us an opportunity to tap into a different part of our brain. Gives us an opportunity to tap into our intuition as well and hear some of the things that are really important, but that we don't actually notice when we are so busy and caught up in all of life's demands. Space allows us to connect to the present, to ourselves. Space also allows our brains some space to create, innovate, problem solve, make decisions. It gives us this ability to calm the farm, to overcome the overwhelm in our busy brains, to get some peace, to get some stillness. And there's so many good things that arise from that. And of course, if we're creating space in our schedules, what we often find is that there is time to do some of the things that we may have been pushing out or not prioritizing. And of course, these things normally pertain to ourselves and to our own well-being. So space is number 1. Number 2 is solitude. Now, if you're an introvert, this will appeal way more than if you're an extrovert, but regardless of how you identify in that space, solitude is something we all need. This is time by ourselves, for ourselves, and often something really hard to do, especially if you have dependents. I love the concept that Julia Cameron came up with around artists' dates, and it can be anytime, anywhere. It doesn't have to be a date in the sense of the word. You can go to your favorite cafe, you can go to a new cafe, you can just take yourself for a walk somewhere you've never been. The only condition with artists' dates is that it's by yourself. And of course, she's designed these to help artists regain creativity and tap into some of that spark that so often we can lose. But you don't have to just be an artist to do an artist date. I think the concept is how we make the most of time for ourselves by ourselves. And when we do this, when we allow this to happen, it can be where we create space, we recharge, we gain perspective, or we just have a break. How many times have you been to a cafe, to your favorite beach, for a walk, to a movie by yourself? Most of the time when we do those things, it's with or for other people. So what does that look like for you? How do you create space? And of course, it doesn't have to be going somewhere. It can simply be the opportunity you get to have a hot bath at the end of the day when everybody else is in bed by yourself, or a cup of tea first thing in the morning before anybody else wakes up by yourself. Where are the opportunities for you to carve out solitude for you in your day? And then last but not least, simplicity, the 3rd S. Simplicity. We have overcomplicated life in so many ways that I think sometimes when things seem simple, we deem them too simple to make a difference, too simple to be of impact. And yet, it's often the smallest things that make the biggest difference. And I think with any goal, when we aim for simplicity, we improve our chances of making it happen, or at least starting to take steps along the right path. And I think when you look at simplicity and things like minimalism, obviously Marie Kondo, there has been a movement around this that has gained popularity for a very good reason. It is healthy, it makes us feel good. It reduces the overwhelm and the stress and the burden and the mental load when we simplify. So yes, this can be what's in our wardrobe, but it can also be what's on our to-do list. It can also be how we approach our goals. So for example, if I'm looking to get more veg into my diet, stirring spinach through all my meals might be a simpler way to approach this than going on a 1 month detox. I might download a meditation app if I'm looking to learn to meditate rather than planning a trip to India. I might do a few stretches at home every morning to start limbering up my body rather than having to sign up for a 10-week yoga class in the city. They're just examples of how we might simplify our goals so that we can make a start and get started. So what does it look like for you? How do you create space? How do you get some solitude and some time by yourself, for yourself? And what might you be able to simplify in your life?